Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Full Circle Trader. So if you remember from yesterday's video, I have mentioned that if prices will gap up and come near to this resistance area, and this is what I was talking about, then a reaction will definitely come. And it's nothing that I have said that, but it's quite logical and it's quite obvious, because whenever the prices comes near to prior strong resistance zone, the suppliers get activated there, and this is what we have seen today. So prices did gap up and we have seen the reaction. It came back down, and so this resistance is now acting as support. And I think as and when this rising 20 MA will catch up with the prices, we might see more upside movement from here. So we have just one day left in this week, and I think that Nifty has already given a pretty decent move already. And as it has reached near to this resistance area, we might see a resting day tomorrow, a kind of resting day. Or other possibility could be that prices again gap up, but eventually at the end of the day, they came back down and make something like a topping tail around this level. Even if you look at the weekly chart, this is a pretty decent big size candle in the weekly time frame. And let's say if it closes at its high, because we have one more day left in the week and this candle is still under formation. So let's say if this candle closes at its high, and probably it will also increase from here, come little bit somewhere here, and then close at its high, then probably next week we might see a resting week, because usually after igniting wide range bar, prices tend to rest for some time. So this is an assumption. There is no surety that this will happen, but this is what the historical patterns guide us. So we take clues from the historical patterns as they have formed in the past. Often they repeat the same kind of patterns in future as well. Let's just clean this up. So for tomorrow, I think prices might open somewhere in the range and take a rest on the support zone, and then again start to shoot up. In my opinion, because we are near the resistance and support, and the gap is not very wide. So let's say if prices open near the support area and then starts to move back up, that would be one good opportunity to go long. But if prices open near the resistance area, like somewhere here, or it gaps up and breaks above the resistance, then we should wait for prices to get settled down, and then we will take the long trade based on the strong bullish pattern. So that's from my that's for Nifty. And we should also not forget that this declining 20 MA is also near the prices, so it will definitely try to catch up with the prices tomorrow. And if prices once it will touch this declining 20 MA, we might see a strong reaction. So be careful with that. Let the prices form a bullish pattern. So as a basic technical analysis rule, we should always buy near the support area, and we should always sell near the resistance area. So just keep this in mind. These are very old techniques, but they still work in today's scenario. So with that, let's just jump on to Banknifty and see what kind of price action we have there. So unlike Nifty, Bank Nifty has some room left for the upside movement, and I think this is just a retracement after a downtrend. So something which is pretty normal after a strong move to the downside. We see often prices pulling back up, and this is what is happening here. So if taking the clue from the current momentum that the markets are in green, and India VIX has also eased off a little bit, probably because of the election results, and somewhat the war situation is cooling off. So there might be the reason that market is reacting pretty much in the positive way. So we might see again a green opening tomorrow in Bank Nifty, and if, let's say, if it gaps up and try to catch up with the 20 MA, just do not jump on the long trade. Wait for the prices to get settled down, and based on the appropriate bullish pattern, take the long trade. Hourly time frame is telling us something that prices have gapped up. They reached near to this resistance area and they pulled back down. So I think we should adjust this resistance zone here, and let's just change the color. Okay, so prices have gap up. They reached near to the resistance area and they immediately pull back down and came back to this support line, which is around 34,000. I think tomorrow, it looks like as of now that prices might open within the range of this, candle, or the range that it has created today, and not form a strong bullish pattern on the support. If that will happen, then we will take a long trade, because if prices will start to move back up from the support, we will have enough decent space or enough decent void to play around. And this this is the strategy which is appropriate, which is logical for the long trades. The weekly time frame is telling us that after this a failure kind of pattern, a mini breakout failure pattern, prices were continuously moving down week after week. And that is what I have mentioned yesterday as well. So unlike Nifty, which is forming quite a strong weekly bar, the Bank Nifty is not forming that much strong bar, and it looks like quite it's indecision kind of bar, because we have pretty decent and long strong wicks in this candle. But let's say we have 1 day left, and let's say prices open at its high, then that would mean that in the coming week prices will definitely try to reach to the next point of reference, which would be somewhere around at these areas, because we have this pivot low here, and as and when prices will come here, we will see some kind of reaction. So I think for this market, for Bank Nifty, it still has to face a lot of struggle to change its course. However, for intraday trades and for scalp trades, we can take the appropriate position based on the day and the patterns. Let's clean this up. So for tomorrow, again, if prices gap up and hit the resistance, do not jump on the long trades. Wait for the right pattern, because we have this hourly resistance here, then we have the daily resistance here. However, if prices gap down or open somewhere within the range at the support and then turns back up, that would be a better opportunity to go long, because then we will have more wider room, wider space to play around with. So that's about it into today's analysis. Hope you have enjoyed it. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe the channel. Thank you and take care. See you in the next session. Good night.